Hey Kevin, what's this?
That is a QR code.
A QR code on a bib? Whatever would we need that for?
Good question, Andrew. So today we're going to talk about QR codes and specifically, as a race director, how you can use QR codes on your bibs and just kind of working with your timers to get the most out of QR codes to give your participants and volunteers a really good experience on race day. So the first thing we're going to talk about, and the most basic way to use QR codes on bibs, is essentially printing a QR code that is linked to the same bib number that's on the bib. So in this case, we have a QR code here, and this QR code is programmed to be 1072. So what this allows is when volunteers are using the check-in app to check participants in, instead of typing and manually typing bib 1072 into the check-in app, if you're dynamically assigning bibs, volunteers can simply just scan this QR code and it will automatically fill in 1072 in the check-in app. And so what we found is if a race has QR codes printed on their bibs and they also tell their participants to bring in their confirmation email, which also has QR codes for their registration, the whole check-in process can be reduced down to 6 seconds per participant, which saves volunteers quite a bit of time during the whole packet pickup process. So essentially that process would see volunteers scan the QR code from the confirmation email to bring up the registrations information. They would click check in and then they would scan the QR code to assign the bib and then they would hit save and continue and they would be done. So it eliminates the need to ask what the participant's name is, most likely not hear what the participant's name is, and it avoids the potential mistyping of the last name of the participant and then also avoids any mistyping of the bib number. So it just eliminates potential issues, but also speeds up the whole process. Another option you can do is use this one QR code to link to both the bib and also the individual result for that particular bib number. So obviously, like we just talked about, that same QR code can be used for the check-in process, but after the race, that same QR code can be scanned by the participant and it will bring them to a individual result link that has their specific result loaded in. Now to do that, it's a pretty simple process, but something you definitely want to work with your timer and make sure you communicate this and make sure that it is possible with the bib printing company that the timer is using. But essentially what you would do is you would take a result kiosk link that RunSignup can provide for you, and you would add a hash at the end of that kiosk link and basically give that link to the bib printing company and say, add this hash for all the QR codes, but also add on each individual bib at the very end. So to find your result kiosk link, you would head to your dashboard and select RaceDay Tools, Results, Set up result notifications and links. Scroll down a little bit, you'll use that first one called Result Kiosk. You'll copy this link, and what you'll want to do is add a hash at the end after results. So it'll be runsignup.com/kiosk/your race ID/results hash. And that will be the URL you will give to your bib printing company. And after each hash, you'll have them add the specific bib number to that link. So for example, here, if I'm using bib 1072 as my example, I would have the bib printing company link this QR code to runsignup.com/kiosk/11066/results hash 1072. And what that allows the participants to do is when they scan this QR code, it'll take them directly to their result. And for volunteers, when they're using this QR code to assign a bib, the check-in app is smart enough to only look at the number that's after the hash, which is 1072, which allows them to still assign 1072 to that particular participant within the check-in app. Now, definitely plan ahead and plan early with regards to QR codes. It's now October and we're getting into turkey trot season, so definitely you want to start thinking about this as early as you can. Talk with your timer, see what they're able to do, and communicate what you want with your timer. Using QR codes on bibs may increase the cost per bib, but definitely talk with your timer. They'll definitely have specific pricing. They'll be able to get back to you. It may be a couple cents more to just have a basic QR code. It may be a little bit more depending on the timer situation. So definitely communicate with your timer as early as you can.